Not all readings will resonate with every member of the collective. And today we have a reading or a special message from a loved one who has passed on. And remember that this may not relate to you, but it also may relate to you. So, the first part of the reading is identifying who this person might be. And they're identified by the Strength card. This person might have been a Leo. They had very strong convictions. This is somebody who was very courageous and powerful. They were diplomatic and they managed to they were victorious over their wild impulses and their instincts. This person managed to master their personality. They were a strong person, but they didn't abuse their strengths with others. And they carried themselves with a demeanor that enabled them to communicate with others and interact with others without scaring them away. This person had a King of Wands personality. This person, again, exhibiting a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But again, because the Strength card being so strongly associated with Leo, I'm getting a very strong Leo and Sun association. But with the King of Wands, there's also a connection to the planet Mars and a stronger inclination towards Aries, which means this person was definitely fiery and passionate, and they were a person who could put their plans into action. They were also a very strong leader. They weren't afraid to move forward and make risky decisions. They were confident, charismatic, passionate. This person, however, was not reckless. They were in control of their impulses and their more radical ideas. They weren't abusive of themselves or others, and they didn't do anything to endanger others. They're also saying that they liked their toys. They were a daredevil. They liked souped up cars. That's exactly what I'm getting. Souped up. They liked music with a lot of bass. In their younger years, they were intense, man. This person uses the term man a lot. Like, I was intense, man. They were the life of the party, but they didn't clown around. This is a very important point for them. They weren't a clown, man. And again, that use of that man. I wasn't a clown, man. Like, no clowning around. So they were a very socially influential person. They were the life of the party, but don't ever fucking call them a clown. They didn't clown around. Um, this person wasn't a bully either. They didn't like bullies. And they're saying also that they loved you. They loved you very much. And they talk about, what it was that it was just something about you. You could have done no wrong, man. Like, no wrong. There is this they're saying that the sun was like it glowed around you, your hair, your body. It's like there was a fire that emanated from you, even though you may not have had red hair. It was just like every time that they looked at you, it was like there was a flame coming from your very aura. Um, they say that you had like an energy around you and they couldn't believe that no one else could see it. It was cosmic. That's what they say. This guy had strong, thick hands. He doesn't feel super tall, but he was stocky. He felt like he had a fireball personality. He was dense. He was heavy. He was strong. He was thick. He reminds me of a tank, tough, but never misused his strength or power. And then suddenly he he had to put his life on hold here. And he doesn't really explain to me why he had to do that. Um, I'm assuming it was some kind of health issue. He's not showing me an accident. He's not showing me what was ailing him. It's just like all of a sudden his entire life went on hold. And he had to make a choice. He could stay and live in a way that was not true to his truth. That's what he's saying, not true to his truth, or he could decide to leave. And he didn't want to live this way. If he can't, he's saying, if he can't live my way, it's not living. If he can't be true to his true self, then he's not coexisting with nature. He's working against nature. And nature is wild and free. So he chose to release himself. That's as far as I am going with that. It's like he doesn't want to get into detail about it. He's just saying that was his choice, and he chose to leave. That's what he says. He chose to leave. But what does he want to tell you? Well, he's saying you're at a crossroads, and I feel like he's talking to a female. He's saying you're at a crossroads and you've got some big choices to make. And you've got a lot of options in front of you. Your head's in the clouds. You're not thinking straight. I feel like his passing wasn't a long time ago. Um, Maybe within the last couple years, 2.5, I don't know. But he's saying that you're not thinking straight, you're not making wise judgment calls, and you're being tempted and you're going the wrong way. He's saying you are going the wrong way. You are not paying attention to what's going on around you. You're not paying attention to the people. You've gotten confident with your ability not to be touched. You think people won't touch you. He's not here to protect you, even though you think you don't need protecting. But you are making some bad decisions, and people are seeing your vulnerability. You are being watched and you're being labeled, and people are going to target you, and you think that by just dwelling on your loss of this person and not accepting propositions is going to save you. But there is still light at the end of your tunnel. There is still life to be lived. And dwelling on the past it's fogging your perception of what's going on around you. There's still opportunities in your life. There's still opportunities to live, but you have to be very cautious at this time. You've made yourself out to be vulnerable. You're going to get a message in the near future, a proposition from somebody you've been talking to. They're not the right person for you. They're not the right person for you. Um, you're going to gravitate to someone that you're familiar with from your past, someone that you feel comfortable with. And as a result of this, you think that you can trust this person. They're older, they're more mature. They're someone you've known for a long time, or at least you know from other people. And you're going to think that their experience and their life, their their wealth, their whatever it is that they have succeeded at is going to make them trustworthy and a somewhat of a safe place for you. Um, but here's the deal: they're not safe. They are not safe at all. They're not coming with good intentions. If anything, they're making you out to be a mark, a target, to be investigated, to be watched. This is somebody who wants, this is the person that's going to target you among other people for your current vulnerable emotional state and the bad choices you've been making. And this person's going to bring absolute destruction to your life. That's what they want to do. They're going to bring chaos to your life and make things very complicated for you. And you're not thinking with a clear head right now. Someone else is going to come in with a business proposition for you in the aftermath of whatever it is that this other individual you let in is going to bring. It's going to be a female. She's going to be a fairly wealthy female, successful female, and again, another person that you think you can trust. And under regular circumstances, she would be someone you can trust. However, again, she's going to be hiding things from you. She's going to be concealing things from you, and her intentions are not genuine. So, your person who has passed is warning you to get your head out of the clouds, get away from any substances, pills, drugs, people that are fogging your perception of reality, and you got to do this on your own. So, buck up.